Look around the Warframe community and hear the exact same lazy narrative about Wukong Prime. He is just an AFK frame, is only good at fast spy missions, just subsume Wrathful Advance and smash your face into the floor. No, we're not doing that here. The slam meta is lazy, unengaging and frankly boring. Today, we are throwing away the low-effort brain rot setups. As an LR6 veteran Theorycrafting since 2018, I'm going to show you how to take the Monkey King into high-level steel path and level cap endurance using actual mechanical synergies, precise mathematical thresholds, and high-velocity gameplay loops. In this mechanical masterclass, we are establishing a single universal 5 Tauforged Archon Shard architecture that seamlessly powers the 4 complete operational profiles. Number 1, that being a high damage Primal Slop raw DPS engine. 2, an infinite energy Warcry Arcane battery Berserker. 3, a level cap ready Nourish disruption specialist. And number 4, an unspotted spy, speedrun and spy engine build. No low effort meta slop, no floor slamming slop, just pure mechanical dominance. Welcome back to the academy. Let's dive in. Just like our Archon Shard philosophy in Excalibur masterclasses, we do not waste shard slots on useless flex stats. We use our 5 Tauforged shards configurations to eliminate structural friction and achieve total mudslide liberation across all 4 layouts. As you can see on screen, we have 2 Tauforged provided shards with the equilibrium engine. The mechanics. It grants us a massive age recovery when you pick up health orbs. The result is, even while sitting at a raw 45 ability efficiency on a challenge style frame, this completely deletes the need to run equilibrium streamline or fleeting expertise on a Warframe grid. One single orb instantly refills your entire energy bank to the max. And then we have 1 Tauforged Amber Shard for casting speed or cast speed compression. The mechanic is that we have 37.5 casting speed. The result is that it slashes out the casting animation locks onto Cloudwalker, Roar, Warcry, and Perspicacity. You cast instantly without ever standing still as a floating target during endurance runs. And then finally, as you can see on screen, we have 2 Tauforged Crimson Shards, 1 strength and 1 duration baselines. The mechanic is that we have 50 ability duration and 50 ability strength. The result is that it locks us to a baseline of a sweet 170 duration and sets the strength baseline to hit 297 strength before Mold Augmented even begins stacking. Builds 1 and 2 are centered around reclaiming Wukong's signature exalted weapon, that being the Iron Staff, and pushing it past its traditional limits using the Primal Rage Arcman mod for up to 150 bonus critical chance. Build 1, the Raw DPS engine. The stats on screen says that we have 170 duration, 45 efficiency, 100 range, 297 strength, and it can go past until 300 and something percent, but we won't be doing that because we have Arcane Strike to increase our overall output damage, because the faster you hit, the more damage you do. And we have the survival engine, that being Brief Respite, Fast Affliction, Arcane Aegis, and Wukong's 3 immortality passive lives. We're going to be subsuming subsume raw over his third ability, that being Defy, paired with Arcane Strike for raw attack speed. Why does it work? Well, many players rely solely on Wukong's passive 3 lives for survival. We treat those lives as absolute emergency safety nets. By combining fast Affliction with Brief Respite and Arcane Aegis, your shield gate recharges almost instantly. You get active high velocity immortality while throwing out nearly 300% ability strength, boosted raw damage that double dips on your staff's elemental status procs. Build number 2, the Warcry Arcane Battery Berserker. Subsume and Arcane Subsume, we have Warcry over his third ability paired with Arcane Battery. Why it works? We are swapping Raw for Valkyrie's Warcry, and you get an absurd amount of melee attack speed and a massive bonus armor. And Arcane Battery takes that massive armor stat and converts it directly in a huge max energy pool. This gives us a massive energy reservoir that easily fuels your Celestial Twin and Primal without ever running dry on energy. And as you can see, the only difference between the first build and this build is that we have left out primed flow for Arcane Battery. That's basically the same thing because we have a bunch of armor, and we are using Eternal War from Valkyrie so that we can have a lot of duration on our third ability, thus giving us a bunch of attack speed and armor without ever running dry on energy. Build number 3, the level cap disruption spec, Nourish engine. When taking Wukong into level cap endurance runs and high tier disruption missions, we swap strategies. We subsume Nourish directly over his 4th ability, and Nourish applies guaranteed viral damage into your entire layout and multiplies energy gains from your volatile equilibrium shards to astronomical levels. Your Celestial Twin becomes an automated viral spreading machine, staggering incoming demolitioners and X-Med targets while you melt them down with high-end primary and secondary weaponry. Build number 4 is our utility speed demon. By subsuming Perspicacity of his 4th ability, Wukong becomes an undisputed king of fast mission clears. I know I am butchering the name of the ability. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've tried multiple times, and I'm not going to try and correct myself when I pronounce the name of the ability, so I do apologize, people. But anyways, this whole gimmick of this 4th build is centered mainly around spy missions. We use Cloud Walker that lets you fly past laser grids, security sensors, and enemy sightlines completely undetected at extreme movement speeds. The moment you touch a console, the Perspicacity automatically hacks the system instantly. No ciphers required, no failing minigames, and 0 time is wasted. It is the ultimate tool for Archon hunt, spies, sorties, and rapid relic cracking, especially during those Archon spy missions where you're forced to do that weird symmetrical puzzle thing to hack the console. With this ability, you can hack those things automatically. It's an absolute life-changing ability and setup that I will highly recommend if you want to do those types of missions and help your fellow turner out. To power our Primal staff build to run 3 specialized melee configurations completely free of floor slamming gimmicks. Config A, Corrosive and Heat. Pure single target executioner for melting heavily armored Eximus and Acolytes. Okay. Build number 2, Config B, Melee Inference. Leverages elemental status spread across wide staff sweeps to clear entire rooms in seconds. And Config C as the melee Afflictions. It multiplies the status effects on knockdown targets, vaporizing heavy units instantly. Now, another thing to keep in consideration, if you go and have a look at the combos, it doesn't matter on which build, just look at the combos. Here you can see other ways of playing the staff. Me personally, I don't really care, I use whatever. So if you want to have more leverage, please take your time, read through these combos that you can do so that you can benefit most of it. When it comes to companions and what you should and shouldn't run with Wukong, it all depends on your personal preference. A lot of people would use the Wukong Prime to cleanse them of status effects, or they would simply use something like the Nautilus Prime to group up the enemies so that you can kill them even faster. And to be honest, you can use whatever. You can use a Panzer Profiler, but if you want to shield get better, it is best to use a companion, like a robotic companion with Guardian. That'll boost your shields and enhance your shield getting even better. So honestly, if you want something that will help you survive even better, robotics is your friend. And finally, to answer your doubts and questions around your combos on your melee, the answer to that question is simple. Get a heavy weapon, use primary and secondary dexterity arcanes on them, and you'll be fine and have a lot of combat duration. And alright guys, so we are in Mod Steel Path. I'm using Wukong Prime with a roar build and meter influence. Now, let's talk about the builds in general. They're good. I have a lot of friends that has been playing with Wukong with the same or more or less same builds, and they all love it. They all love it to pieces. But now we're gonna be speaking about the new upcoming tease, Warframe, that's gonna be handled and talked about within our channel, which is gonna be Yareli Prime. Now yes, Yareli Prime is an absolute monster when it comes to pistols specifically. Reason why is because of her passive. And then I want to discuss the whole thing about Wukong Slam Meta. Please, you can go look at other person's YouTube channel, but I don't like that playstyle. I have tried it before. It sucks, and D has nerfed it for a reason, and thank God. I don't like it. It sucks. It's very unoriginal. Okay? A lot of people might hate me for it, but I don't like it personally. But overall, Wukong is incredibly strong. It's a long time favorite across the entire Warframe community, and a lot of people like it for different reasons. One reason could be because he's great at spy missions, or he's tanky, or they just like his overall design. And look at the fit. Look at how beautiful my Wukong Prime is. He's just beautiful. I love him. And I'm using the Worm Prime to cleanse me of status effects, because I don't need to have enemies grouped up, because I have a lot of range on my polearm, because the more combos you get, the longer the staff gets or something. I don't know, weird mechanic, but it just works. It just works, that's all that I can say. And because of primary and secondary arcane dexterity on the Archgun, we have a lot of combo duration, so we're not going to struggle with our overall DPS output. And as you can see, we're being chilling. We're around 2 minutes into the mission, and we have how many kills? 364. That is like 100 kills per minute essentially, which is awesome. That's very, very, very good. I don't have complaints. If you wanna know if Wukong Prime is worth picking up, the answer is yes. But it depends what you use it for and what you need it for. Like for example, spy missions or just overall damage and survivability. Wukong Prime is your friend. Go get him. He is definitely worth it. And there you have it, Tenno. 4 complete mechanical optimized ways to play Wukong Prime without ever resorting to low effort meta slop. Bypass the lazy stereotypes, eliminate your build friction, and build to conquer. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and join our Discord community of over 400 legends. Link down in the description down below. Swifty, signing out. Peace.